Hi guys, welcome to this channel and let's start with today's video. Uh, it's a late evening in Mumbai. The sun is setting over the Arabian Sea and the city lights come alive. The skyline tells a story. In the 1970s, this light would have mostly belonged to small boxy buildings, societies with narrow staircase and no elevators. Today, those same neighborhoods are dotted with 30 to 40 story towers. Every time you look up, there's a crane against the sky. Mumbai, as the saying goes, is a city that never sleeps and perhaps never stop building. For someone walking down through SV Road in Goregaon, the transformation is especially visible. A few years ago, the old Filmistan Studio stood quietly a race of Bollywood golden era, and today that same land parcel is being transformed into Arcade's flagship luxury project with 3,200 crores in development value, gross development value (GDV). The reason this transformation feels so urgent is simple. Mumbai is running out of space. Most of the city housing stock dates back to the 60s and 70s, built quickly, cheaply, and often without thought to longevity. Today, these buildings are falling apart, a leaking ceiling, cracked pillars, fire hazard. Redevelopment is not just about a luxury; it's about survival. Imagine living in 50-year-old Borivali society where the lift hasn't worked in a months and water slips through the wall every monsoon. When a developer comes with an offer, a brand new 2 BHK with parking in exchange of your crumbling flat, that the deal feels like lifeline. This is where Arcade has quietly craved its niche. Unlike the big name that dominates advertisements, hoardings, Arcade doesn't make too much noise. But talk to the resident of their completed project and the theme emerged: reliability. One Goregaon family recalls how Arkade delivered their building month ahead of schedule. Okay, in Mumbai that's like spotting and a miracle, and they laugh. Another resident in suburban Mumbai only described how transparent the company was handling the redevelopment negotiations. Sometimes they often fraught with mistrust. These small stories add up, giving Arcade a reputation of being a builder who shows up, builds, and delivers early. Of course, the reputation alone doesn't explain ambition. In September 2024, Arcade went public, raising 410 crores through its IPO. What stood out was not just the fundraise but the balance sheet at that time. Most developers juggle at the heavy debt. Arcade had just 71 crores in borrowing. For investors, that's the signal, something rare. Okay, the discipline, the management believers is what we can. The sustainability of management and the growth. What they believe is that they will carry them from the current top line of 683 crores in FY25 to eye-popping 10,000 crores in next 5 years. That's their target. But is this just a big talk or is it realistic? Let's rewind. In FY26 first quarters, Arcade clocked 165 crores in a quarterly revenue with net profit margin of 17%. These pre-sale collections touched record high. Even the these big guns like Filmistan and Thane are not even started. Okay, the management openly says FY27 and 28 will be their inflection point. Once those projects start generating revenue, growth could be accelerated dramatically, and the math in that sense in bold but is bold but not impossible. What more fascinating is how Arcade thinks about risk. Most developers hold a land bank like trophies, sometimes sitting idle for a year. Arcade avoids the trap. Their psychology is simple. Pick a project, build it, deliver, recycle capital, and move on. Is rhythm that less glamorous but more sustainable. Think of it like a marathon runner pacing themselves while others sprint and thrive out. Of course, this marathon isn't without hurdles. Take the Daisha project, delayed because of regulatory clearance from a wireless stations nearby. Month of paperwork and stalled progress. Rising carrying cost, and in the city like Mumbai, this isn't an exception. It's the norm. Developers live and die by approval, and even the most disciplined can be held hostage by the rate. Then there's the market itself. Real estate is a cyclical. A sudden raise in interest rate, a slowdown in the economy, or oversupply in certain pockets can flip the sentiments overnight. Buyers in Mumbai are aspirational but also cautious, burned by years of delayed and half-finished project across the industry. For Arcade, the challenge will be not just to sell dreams but to deliver them again and again at much large scale. Yet, if you zoom out, the timing seems in their favor. Infrastructure is transforming in Mumbai. Metro lines now connected once isolated suburbans. The coastal roads is cutting commute times. The Trans-Harbour lines is opening up new frontiers. As the city winds expands, demand for premium, well-connected housing is climbing. Arcade strategy is a mix, like for luxury, Filmistan, premium redevelopment, Bhandup Thane, an aspirational second home like Karzat and Neral seems designed to capture every segment of this demand. One could urge that Arcade is aiming not to be the biggest, but to be the most trusted executor. That, in the many way, might be their moat in the market where the trust is broken, and being the builder who simply does what they say may be the enough to win the game. And if they manage to scale the trust from hundreds of crores to tens of thousands, Arcade story could become a case study in the Indian real estate sector. So the questions remains the same. Can the company known for its quiet sustainability and discipline really scale up to 10,000 crore top line in one of the toughest real estate market in the world? We can say only time will tell us. Okay, but as one of the Goregaon resident put it while pointing at rising tower on the old Filmistan plot, Mumbai is always rewriting itself. Maybe Arcade story is just next chapter of it. That's it from my side in a today's video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.